YouTube today. And I'm coming to you from North Carolina in our RV. My sister Marty is up here in the mountains, and we're about 15 miles from her, so we were able to have fun with her yesterday, and Mark, her husband. And I got a new phone yesterday. That was an adventure. Ugh, I went to a new company, so yeah, that was a 4-hour adventure. But it's over, and yay. um, Today we're going to talk about pocketbook clutter and purse clutter and pockets clutter and all kind of clutter. Clutter. We're going to talk about getting rid of it and how it makes you feel not to have those things in your purse or pocket and how to feel streamlined.
I'm showing that you're not live.
I'm
Does
not
anybody
live.
come on yet?
Oh, you know what? I wasn't able to say to make it visible to all
I'm
people.
fixing to make it visible. Just hold
Okay.
on.
Well, should I come out of it?
Nope, don't touch it.
Okay.
I'm fixing to make it public.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't able to do that.
Okay, now hold on. Don't. I'll tell you when to talk.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, my dear friends. Good morning. It's Kat, and we are live coming to you from North Carolina in our RV. And today we're talking about pocketbook clutter, or purse clutter, or pocket clutter, or backpack clutter, and how nice it feels to have a streamlined purse. Hi, Tricia. How are you this morning? Glad to have you on here. I know my sister Marty is here. She's about 15 miles away. That's why we're in North Carolina, so we can, well, mainly to see my sister and brother-in-law, and also to have the cool weather. We woke up at 65 degrees this morning, and the birds were singing and the sun was shining. So it's a beautiful day here in North Carolina in the mountains.
Make sure you're on loud chat.
I don't know that I'm on live chat or chat or top chat because it's not giving me the option. Let's double check. I think I'm in live chat. I can't tell because the way this new phone is, I can't tell.
Okay.
Something about super chat messages or all messages. I don't know.
It'll be up at the top of your screen.
Top chat is not lit up. I touched.
You want live chat.
Live chat. Okay. Very good. Okay, so Trish is doing very well. Trish, are you the only one on here?
Marty.
I know Marty should be here.
She's on.
Actually, there's 8 people on and 1 thumbs up. Thank you so much. So happy to have you. So, do you guys have messy purses? Hey, Katie, good morning. Do you guys have messy purses, or are your purses clean? How about your husband's pockets? Does he dump out all kind of crazy things? How about your kids? How about their backpacks? How about any kind of a tote that you might use? Have you cleaned it out lately? So let's talk about that today. Tell me your story. Tell me the story of your purse. If it's streamlined, I'd love to know. I'll tell you that mine is mostly streamlined, but it can easily become cluttered. It can, because you go someplace and there's not a garbage can, etc. Mr. B's on here saying happy Wednesday from the mountains. That's what we call them. Joan Geiger is here. Hi, Joni. Corey Niekamp is here, guilty for having a cluttered purse. Okay. All right. So how does that feel when you have to get a pen, or you need a Kleenex, or you're trying to find something? It doesn't feel good. And it gets cluttered because we're in a hurry. And that's the truth. We're always in a hurry. Tony Rose has a tiny purse. So Tony, I'm thinking you have to keep your tiny purse pretty clean. I have a big purse. I like a big purse. I have some tiny purses, but I prefer a big purse. And so I usually have 2 pockets on one side, a zipper on the other side, a center zipper pocket, and a pocket on the outside, or a zipper on the outside. That's how mine are. And I utilize those by putting specific things in specific places. Hello, Victory Financial Fitness, Jocelyn. Good morning, Kat and Mr. B. So how does it make you feel when you dig into your purse, you get somewhere and you need to get your wallet out, and you get your wallet out and an old Kleenex comes out with it? How does that make you feel? Or some other trash? Like I was saying, I was with my sister Marty yesterday, and we got a new phone yesterday. That was an adventure. And we went to a different company, and we didn't have there was no garbage can in there for our trash, and a lady was looking for garbage, and I had already looked myself, and I said, there's no garbage can. You'll have to put it in your purse. And she put it in her purse, and I put mine in my purse. And so today I haven't emptied it yet, but I know there's something in there. I don't remember that it was very big, but there was something in there that needs to go in the garbage. I don't even ask for receipts. When they offer me a receipt at a restaurant or whatever, I don't want it. I leave it. I leave my receipt. I tell them to keep it or email it to me if they must, but I don't even need it emailed because I can look right on my credit card statement online on my bank account and see what I spent. And I know what I spent. And so it lines up. And that's what I do. So I don't keep it unless your bank doesn't show tips right away. Sometimes they take a long time getting the tip on. So you have to remember there was a tip. But lately I found the tip comes out right away. I guess the new systems that they use at the restaurants include the tip pretty quickly. So that's good. Anyway, Marty, how's your purse? I know Marty will answer me if she's on here. Marty, are you on here? How's your purse? Ooh, and see this color? I love this color. And I have my new cover for my phone is going to be this color. I ordered a, what's it called, Marty? I keep a small, tidy purse, little wallet, Kleenex, lipstick, pen, earbuds, small what? Invisalign travel case. Joan said, I'm a tiny purse gal too. I don't like carrying more than I need. Purses can get too heavy. I like a big purse, but I am not a little woman. Marty is like 5'2" maybe, and I'm 5'7", and I'm not little. So I like a big purse. I like to have room, and I carry a fairly big wallet. But I keep it cleaned out. I keep the purse and the wallet cleaned out, but I like knowing that, I have travel meds in there for emergencies. I have my Kleenex. I have lipstick. I have a pen. I have, I don't know, I should have my purse here, but it's put away. I keep my purse in two places in the RV. Marty's 5'1". I keep my purse in my closet, or I keep my purse in the front seat of the RV, so when I'm going out, I can pick it up. I rarely put it anywhere else, and I think that's an important thing, to know where your purse is so you don't lose it. Tony downsized her wallet. Let's see what we're saying here. Ooh, I love that you girls are talking to me. It's so fun. Okay, let's go back here. That's Carrie has a guilt. Okay. Joan is tiny. Katie said, the purse organizing inserts are also so helpful. I love those too for like a bucket purse, and you have that little organizing thing that sits down in there. Yeah. Tony said, I even downsized my wallet. I read that. I know, that's great. Joan said, my wallet was stolen years ago, and that's when I downsized what I carry. That's good. Do you keep a wallet, Joan? Do you? When we clean our purses, we clean it on car and purse day. And typically that's on Friday, and that's an easy job for the end of the week. Payroll homemakers, you will do yours also on a Friday or do it throughout the week at any time, but it just takes a minute to go through your purse if you do it every week. If you wait and it's once a year and you've got jewelry in there and you've got trash in there, I mean, sometimes we just have not just trash, but just odds and ends that you don't need, some little fidgety thing that you don't really need that maybe somebody gave you and you don't really particularly use it, get rid of it. Throw it away. No one wants to buy it. Throw it away. That's what I say. Just put it in the garbage. You'll feel so much better and have a streamlined purse so that it's easy to clean. How many of you clean your purse every week? You can give me a thumbs up if you do and a thumbs down if you don't. How many of you are guilty of not cleaning your purse every week, and how many of you are proud that you do clean your purse every week? Here's my thumbs up. I clean my purse every week. Katie cleans her purse every week. Good. This reminds me of, I'm going to be 72 this Friday. Happy birthday to me. And when I was a kid, there was something called Romper Room. And Miss Penny was our Romper Room lady. And she would say, I don't remember what the words were, but she would say, tell me, magic mirror, tell me today, have all my friends had fun at play? I see. And then she would name people's names and say, they're all good teeth brushers. And I'll say, you guys are all good purse cleaners. Marty said, usually peek in my purse when I get home, phone comes out, and anything else, like my paint samples I showed you yesterday got put away. Oh, good, Marty. Tony said, I use my Apple Watch to tap to pay whenever I buy groceries, etc. Don't even carry my purse into the store. And I have done that with my phone, just not when Larry's in the car and I've run in with my phone and just tap to pay with my phone. Hey, Donna's got a thumbs up. Good girl. Joan Geiger has a thumbs up and a strong arm. Yes, Joan. Anybody else? We've got 21 people on here. Do you know how to comment? Do you know how to put the comments on? It's pretty easy. Okay. Oh, Corey. Hi, Corey. She's the one who has a messy purse. I think my issue is all the different categories I carry around. Medical, extra sugar for coffee, flashlight, charger, tissues, lotion, travel soap, utility knife, and more. I really do use it all. And I don't blame you. I think that's fine. You just need a place to keep it. And sometimes you might want to put things that are alike, even in a Ziploc bag in your purse to keep it together, so you don't have to worry about where is that. Because I do keep quite a few things in my purse too, and I use it all too. So I think that's good. I don't keep the flashlight, but Mr. B and I are always together, and he has everything. He always, and now our whole house goes with us everywhere because our RV. So that's awesome because we know where the flashlights are in here if we need one, if we're just traveling. All right, let's see. Mr. B says, oh, he's put my Patreon channel up for you. For $6.50, you can be receiving videos daily, Monday through Friday, which is a form of mentoring. It's telling you every day what to do that day. And whether or not you choose to do those things and you want to scoop, you can move them around and do them on different days. It still gets you in the mindset of what you need to do today. And it's not nothing, it's something. And we'll talk every day on Patreon. If you want to be personally mentored by me, then you can just let me know when you're over there in a personal message and give me your phone number. I'll give you a call and we can talk about it, see if it's a good match. And if it is, we can set up a time for you. Never feel that when you talk to me that you are going to be pressured into signing up. That's not what I'm talking to you about. I'm talking to you about it when I call you so you understand the space that it's available, what it entails, how long it might be for, etc. Okay? All right. Corey, I keep those items in my vehicle. There you go. All right. Let's see what time it is. Ooh, we've been talking for, I don't know, a few minutes. Does anybody want to talk about anything besides purses and pockets? Pockets are another thing. So if you put on your coat from last winter and you put your hand in there and there's a gum wrapper and a cough drop and a key to something and a balled up Kleenex, that's never pleasant. You're going to go off and you're all dressed up and you put that on, you put your hands in and there's junk in the pocket. Always clean the pockets out of your overcoat and things like that, but also out of your regular clothes. And then when your husband empties his pockets, you might want to look at it and say, wow, honey, this is a lot of stuff. Are you comfortable carrying all this in your pocket? And do you have something to put it in? Aunt Louise carried a humongous heavy purse with full makeup kit, medical kit, sewing kit. Julie is her mother's daughter. Julie is my Aunt Louise's daughter, our cousin. Our Aunt Louise was super sweet. But she was very tidy, I thought. Money, that's a good thing to keep in there. I usually don't carry cash too much. I was surprised to find I had like $23 in my wallet the other day because we were at a little tiny place in the country traveling. And we got out to get something and it was going to cost, no, he couldn't run his credit card machine unless it was a $5 purchase, and it was like a $3 purchase. So I had $3 and I said, oh, I have cash, yay. So I paid him cash. But usually I don't keep cash in my purse. And so that's kind of nice for me when I'm coming out of the grocery store and they're trying to sell me cookies or whatever, and I really don't want cookies. So I can say, I'm sorry, I don't carry cash. Now, I know that a lot of them have started taking credit cards, but I'm not going to buy that. Found money in a coat pocket. Oh, well, now that was pleasant. That was a pleasant surprise, Tony. Yeah. Okay, let me have a sip of this coffee. See the bottom of that coffee cup? And on this side, it has a light that tells me that my coffee is at my perfect temperature. And this is the charging station it sits on where it charges so that it'll keep my coffee warm for 45 minutes. Joan said, I always leave money in my winter jackets. It's an intentional action to keep me happy when the seasons change. Yay! It's your little prize, so you don't have to be sad when it changes. Well, I think that's better than a balled up nasty Kleenex. All right. Girls, is there anything else you want to talk about this morning? This is something I thought I would talk about, and if it's anything you need to keep talking about, we can. Do you need any help with that, or do you want to talk about something else? Because I'm here for you. This is your opportunity to ask me questions. Anything. And if I don't want to answer it, I won't. But anything you want to ask me about, the FlyLady system or some challenges that you're having, this is your format. So go ahead and type away. And thanks for the thumbs up. Only 4 of you have given me a thumbs up, and that would be nice if you gave me a thumbs up. And maybe later a comment. Trying to get my YouTube channel built back up. I kind of neglected it for a while. It's been over a year since Larry had his open heart surgery. I had back surgery. There's been a lot of things happening, and all those things are behind us. So I'm trying to build my YouTube channel back up for the people out there who just might run across it.
So spread the word.
Spread the word. Yep. Let your sister know. Let your neighbor know. Let your best friend know. I support the kids at the store entrances by donating the cost of the items that they're hawking, but I won't take the product. Well, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, Tony. Like the popcorn and all the stuff. Ugh. No one else has anything they want to talk about? Well, I guess I can hang up. Oh, Yvonne. Hi, Yvonne Messer. Summer is so hard because I'm never home with all the gatherings, etc. What does that mean? I'm not quite sure I know what that means. It's hard because you're never home with all the gatherings. Jocelyn said, could you please talk about a gracious no? Oh, yeah. Thank you so much of thanking for me and thinking of me, but unfortunately, I am not going to be able to participate. Why? Oh, I have other plans. And that's a good question because I have people who are trying to get their homes done. I think I mentioned this in either my Patreon channel or my YouTube video, my last one. When you have a plan for the day and you're going to do your weekly home blessing hour and you've got to get those sheets washed as part of that, and you need to do your rituals, and you were looking forward to having a little time to yourself maybe, or you're homeschooling or whatever, or it's summer and you're not homeschooling and your sister-in-law calls and says, hey, let's go to the lake. And you say, woohoo, let's go. And you just drop everything and your house didn't get done. Or even worse, in the winter when you're working and you don't have a lot of time, if you work full time and you still drop it. That is when you want to say, you can give a gracious no without saying no altogether. You can say, oh, Mary Beth, let's say that's your sister-in-law's name. That sounds like so much fun. Give me about 2 hours and I can go. And Mary Beth will say, 2 hours, let's go now. No, it's a little short notice for me. I'm going to need 2 hours. And the weekly home blessing takes an hour, and maybe you've got some rituals you need to do, and and then you do it. Or let's say you can't go. You just can't. You've got too many things on your plate. You could say, oh, Mary Beth, oh, I would love to go. I wish you would, I wish we could do it later this week. I've got so many things I have to do today, and I'm not going to be able to put them off. I mean, you just tell the truth, but you say it nicely, and you say, thank you for thinking of me. That's what you do. Now, that's a personal one. Let's say it's at church, and they're saying, oh, Susie Q, won't you come back and do our nursery project and take care of the children during church? And you really don't want to. You already did it for 2 years and you're burnt out on those little kids, and you really want to sit in church and listen to the message, and you don't want to babysit children. Even if you can go to another service, you don't want your Sunday taken up. My husband, because I'm the kind of person who would say, okay, I would do it. And my husband would say, Kat, stop that. You've already done it. Give somebody else an opportunity. And that's true. So I try not to let anything guilt me into anything. I try to use my brain and say, why You know, why do I feel like I need to do that? I'm the only one. You're not the only one. You're not. You know, that's the way we do in our houses too. Why don't we let our kids learn how to do things? Well, I'm the only one who can do it right. Well, that's right, because you haven't taught them yet. They have to be taught how to do it. And they're not going to do it right in the beginning, right for you, but it's still going to be right enough. You'll have to let people learn to walk before they can run. And so let people, or let's say it's cookies. A little girl comes to your front door and she wants to sell cookies, and you don't really have any money to do it, and you don't need the calories. And you say, "Oh, honey, those look so good. I remember when I used to help my daughter sell those, or I remember when I sold those cookies, but I'm not going to be able to get any this year. You have a good day and good luck. Have you tried Mary next door? I think she was talking about getting some Thin Mints." Whatever. Okay, let's see what else we've got. I hope those answers were gracious enough, Jocelyn. And Yvonne, did you restate your question? Okay, good. I'll go down there and see that. Katie, thank you for recommending doing smaller, more manageable loads of laundry. You were right. They get cleaner and it's less daunting than huge loads. Katie, I'm so glad that you're embracing that. That makes such a difference. A small load of laundry. And the other trick is when you take the laundry out, that you separate the items by category. So let's say I did my darks. Let's say there were some dark bras and some dark underwear and some dark tops and some dark slacks and some shorts and some t-shirts. And the shorts and the t-shirts were my husband's and the rest was mine. And he's got some underwear in there too. So as I'm taking out first I would take out the biggest things I can get, and I shake them, and I, like pants, if they're long pants or even short pants, shake them and fold them over the back of a chair or lay them flat on a table or whatever. The shirts would go folded over, shake them, fold them over the back of a chair, or hang them right away. You can do that. And then you'll have smaller things in there. So you grab those out and throw them on the bed or wherever you're doing it, and then separate them into piles. Larry's underwear, my underwear, my pajamas, whatever, you know, get them all separated. And then I fold each category. And that to me is better for my head. It's too jumbled for me to feel. I mean, I can pull out a piece and fold it and start making a stack and another stack, but it's not comfortable for me, almost emotionally. I need it to be separated so that when I fold it, I know I'm going to only have 4 more pair, 3 more pair, 2 more pair, 1 more pair, none. Now I can do my pajamas. I've got 2 gowns, 1 gown folded, 2 gowns folded. Okay, what else do I have? I've got 2 bras, fold, fold. Okay, what else do I have? You know, and that's how I do it. And then I hang the clothes that need to be hung, put away the clothes that need to be folded, and I don't put away my husband's clothes. His folded items go neatly on the bed along with his laid out shirts and his folded shorts. And that's where, and he puts them away. If your husband doesn't, then that's okay. Put them away for him. Okay? But I'm so glad you said that. Okay, let's see. Marty said, cleaning out emails is a constant challenge. I think unsubscribing doesn't really unsubscribe unless you sign into their website to do it. It does. Sometimes you have to know that they're going to take.
Put them in the spam folder. It'll get rid of them forever.
Sometimes you know it's going to have to take longer for that company to unsubscribe. And Mr. B says put them in the spam folder.
Yeah, they won't come back.
I put them in the spam folder if they keep coming back, because I don't want my spam folder full, because I have to clean all that out too. So I just unsubscribe maybe 3 times in a row, and then after that they start going to the spam folder, if that happens. But I do look at my emails daily. I don't even do that in every week. I look at my emails and my chats and my messages daily, and I delete the ones I've read, and I move things that I need to save, like some information from the doctor or some information from some company that I need to keep, and I have a file folder that I'll put that in. And then occasionally I go through the file folders and clean them out. I clean out the spam folder, I clean out the trash folder. I leave things in the trash for a bit because occasionally I need to go back and pull something out of the trash that I forgot, that I shouldn't have thrown away. Okay. And now Yvonne says, never home to get to routines, weekly home blessing, etc. I'm in survival mode all the time. Yvonne, that's very interesting. I have clients who say they never have time to do anything. And when I actually mentor them and we look at their schedule, yeah, they have tough schedules, but if we put it in a daily list where it's, you get up at this time, you go to bed at this time, these are all the commitments you have, this is how long it takes you to drive to these places, we can usually find time in the week. Oftentimes, you're either overcommitted, which is not a good thing for your physical and mental health, but sometimes we just think crazy. And I'm not saying you do, but this is what I've found, that my clients aren't getting up in time. They're going to bed real late. They're not really doing anything from 8 to midnight or 1 or 2. Not really. Sometimes they think they are, but they're too tired to really do a good job at it. So that's wasted time, and they didn't get up on time to get their morning stuff done. A weekly home blessing hour takes an hour at the most. If your house is 1,450 square feet or smaller, and you don't have a million kids just undoing every single thing you do because you've trained them not to do that, you can do it in 30 minutes. Or if you have children that are 9 or older, they can help you and cut that time in half. If you don't have kids in the house, it's just you, then you should be able to get through it in a half hour to an hour, depending on how big your home is. And for your zone work, your area of focus, that's 15 minutes a day, 4 times a week. So let's just say that you have weekly home blessing and zone one day. That's an hour and 15 minutes. I would say probably an hour and a half, because you have to get your things out and put your things away. But you can find an hour and a half, almost everybody can, to make you feel better. The longest day we have is probably planning and desk day. That one takes longer, so you might have to spread that out throughout the week. I wouldn't suggest spreading everything throughout the week, because then you're just going to be doing 5 minutes of this and 10 minutes of this and 2 minutes of this, and it's going to be frustrating. But get your weekly home blessing done, boom. Get your planning and desk day done, boom. Get your errands done, boom. Get your car and purse, boom. Those 4 things are the main action areas that we have on the weekdays. If you work, and you're home on the weekends or Tuesdays and Wednesdays or whatever your quote weekend is, then you would do the weekly home blessing hour on your quote Saturday morning, and then you would do your whole zone work for the week in 1 hour. So you take 2 hours and Saturday morning to get that done. And then you would have planning. I would do planning on Sunday afternoon. And then errands, I would order my groceries if I worked, or order them to be picked up. I could pick them up, or I could delegate that to someone, or they could be delivered to the house if you have the money to do that. You don't waste time walking through the grocery store. So it takes organization and planning to do anything in your life. That's what I would say, Yvonne. Now, I might be wrong in your case, and that's fine. If it is, let me know. Hi, Gani Shoutin' Lawtons. Kathy Jones said, good morning. Hi. Kathy said, I'm so glad to be able to join you live today. I've been working on Mondays and Wednesdays at our library, but after 10 years part-time there, I've cut back to just filling in. So happy to have you, Kathy. I know you've been here for a little bit. Charlene, my Charlene, survival mode is a tough place to be. It is. And I want to get you out of survival mode. Mary Sellers, good morning, Kat and Mr. B. Roll Tide, Mary Sellers. Okay, listen, our time is almost up. I am on vacation, really on vacation. I'm not mentoring this week. I'm not making videos this week. They've all been made for you. But I am playing this week. And so I'm going to go, and my priority is playing and being on vacation. But you are also a priority, and I didn't want you to miss this video. So I'm going to stay online for 2 more minutes. If there's anything else you need, let me know before I hang up. Somebody type fast. All right. So I hope that helped, Yvonne. I hope that helped. Charlene, 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 Charlene. I like when I call Charlene, that's what I say when I first call her. She's so cute.
Do you have any openings?
Uh-huh. I do have openings. I have openings for 4 times a month, and I have openings for 2 times a month. Different times. I would need to talk to you personally to see if these are going to work for you. Right now I'm in North Carolina, Tony. I'm in the mountains of North Carolina.
Roan, Tennessee. You're actually in Roan, Tennessee.
I'm in Roan Mountain, Tennessee State Park. That's where I am.
It's just on the line of North Carolina.
Yeah. But I don't usually tell people exactly where I am, so they don't come looking for me.
care if they find me. I don't
He
care.
don't care.
I don't care.
He don't care. That's our new thing. Larry's Southern, so he says. I mean, I'm more Southern than Larry as far as physically located. I was born and raised in Florida. Larry was born and raised in Northwest Alabama. But he says, I don't care.
Yeah.
Financial planning, financial fitness. Anyway, Victory, that's Jocelyn said. Thanks for taking time during your vacation to talk to us. Have a wonderful time. Thank you, Jocelyn. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. Thank you, Mary. Kathy, thank you so much for your consistent videos and encouragement. Have a great vacation. Thank you, Kathy. Tony, have they recovered from the floods? That's a great question. It looks pretty good. You can see the scars in some
It
places.
looks really
Our
good.
neighbor here works for FEMA, and so he's staying in his RV and working for FEMA. He's about to move on. This particular RV park was flooded, and
It's on the creek.
it's on a little river called the Doe River, and he had $100,000 in property damage. He didn't have, like, nobody lost their life here. There was no one, fortunately, in his lot really at the time that it happened. But the water came all the way up to where we are parked right now, and we would not have been able to get out, and that would have been pretty scary. So yeah, it's real. You can see new bridges everywhere. So things are better here, absolutely. But you can see the scars. You can totally see the scars. It's not terrible because summer's here and things are greening up. But anyway, all right, that's it for today. Let's see who we have here. Katie said, have a wonderful birthday. Thank you. Happy Wednesday and vacation. Thank you, Charlene. Tony said, praise God. Absolutely, Tony. All right, that's it for today. Have a wonderful day, and always remember to be beautiful because you are beautiful. Bye.